everybody. So today's video I decided is going to still be a little different, but I wanted to do it because I really liked the idea, and so I thought I'd make a video and bring it to you. It is going to be how to make a rosary. And for those of you who are kind of questioning why, my mom recently passed away, and I was left with a lot of the flowers from the memorial service because the visitation was here at my house, and I didn't want to throw the flowers away, and so I was trying to figure out different things to do with all those flowers, and one of the things that I came up with was drying them out to make beads out of them. And with that, I could make necklaces or bracelets, or just even fill up a jar with all the different colored beads. But I wanted to somehow incorporate my brother into it and give him some of the beads, and I was trying to figure out what I could do to give my brother these beads other than just putting them in a jar for him. And my brother is a practicing Catholic, he and his wife and his daughter, and so I thought, what better way to give him these beads than to make him a rosary. And I think that he and his wife would love it and appreciate it. And so while the beads aren't done yet, I had been still trying to make rosaries because I kind of wanted to get the do's and don'ts before I made his and figure out exactly what I wanted to do with it. And so I've made a few of them, and in doing so, I've figured out that they are fairly inexpensive to make, and they're very easy, and they come out absolutely beautiful. And I thought, you know, that would be a good idea for a video, and you can, maybe the next baptism you go to, if it's your niece or nephew, or if you're a godparent and you wanted to do something special for your godchild, or, you know, whoever, I thought, what a great idea to make them a rosary. And it really only takes about an hour. And I would say that it cost under about $10 or $12 to make, and they are beautiful. And I think that that would be an awesome gift for your godchild if they're Catholic and you wanted to make one. So I'm going to show you today how to make it, and I think you're going to love this video. I think it's super easy, and I hope it inspires you to make a rosary. I've made several of them, and I really like them. And little Allie even made one for herself yesterday, and it came out beautifully. And so later on she can show you her rosary and what she does with it, unless she wants to show you right now. Allie, do you want to come show them right now? Come here. Say hi to everybody.
Hi everybody.
You gotta look at the camera. Okay, tell them what you made yesterday.
I made a bead. I made a rosary tonight, and
Why did you make it?
because I'm wearing it because I'm remembering Nana's.
You're remembering your Nanas?
Yeah,
Yeah, does it make you feel like she's close in your heart?
yeah.
That's good. That is a sweet, sweet idea, baby girl. And I love you. So this is Allie's rosary, and she is choosing, I should say, to wear it around her neck, and just so it stays close to her heart. So we like that idea, huh?
Yeah.
And I bet Nanas would love it too.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. So that's Allie's, and I made just a couple other ones. I made this adorable pink and purple one, and maybe I'll just zoom in a little bit and show you them better when I zoom in to show you how I make them, and you can get a better idea of what they look like. Let me show you what all it is that you need for this project. And like I said, it's fairly inexpensive. I think maybe $12 at the most for everything, and it really only takes about an hour to do. And so we have a Joann's and a Walmart that are right next door to each other, so I went to both because I wanted to see what all Joann's had and what all Walmart had. And Walmart, believe it or not, had a pretty good jewelry section and beading section, and so I got almost everything that I needed for this project at Walmart. And so what you're going to need first is you are going to need 53 Hail Mary beads, and you are going to need six Our Father beads. And they're in 5 sets of decades. In a rosary, it's a decade per 10 Hail Marys to 1 Our Father. And so Walmart had this string of beads, which was 67 beads for 97 cents. This alone, if you wanted to do your Hail Mary beads and your Our Father beads all the same size, this would be it. This would work fine. But what I kind of like to do is I like to do the Hail Mary beads smaller, and then the Our Father one that is separate, I do a little bit bigger. And so you'll see how I do that here in the video, but this was 97 cents for 67 beads. And they also had dollar bins with beads. And I found these adorable beads that match the ones that I just showed you. And I decided that I was going to incorporate these beads in with them. And these were literally, kid you not, in the dollar bin. And so I think that these purple ones, which you'll see closer in a minute, are going to be the Our Father beads. And what I do is I separate each Hail Mary bead with smaller beads, so the Hail Mary beads aren't just right up against each other. I put a real small bead in between them. And so that alone, just for these, was $3. And Walmart also had a set of 5, your crucifix, and they had a set of 5 for, I think this was $2.97 or $1.97. No, this was $2.97. And so, I mean, I'm sure you can get single ones that are even cheaper, but I liked this set of 5, so I got it. You also need your rosary connectors. And this was a pack of 6 for $1.97. You also need some beading wire. And because I knew I was making several of them, I went with 100 yards, and the 100 yards was $6. But they had it in 50 yards, they had it in 25 yards, and the 25 yards, I believe, was $1.50, and the 50 yards was $3. So this is fairly cheap, and it will get you a lot of, I mean, it's jewelry making wire, so it has the flexibility that you need for a chain. So it's not going to be as stiff as using any thicker gauged wire. So that's the stuff you need to buy. I also bought, which I don't have the package for, but the little clasps, the bead clasps to do for the wiring. I have those as well. And then if you don't have them, which I didn't, so I guess the price is going to be a little bit more. I bought this 5-pack of tools from Joann's. It was $12.99, and I had a 50% off coupon, so I got it for $6.50. And so I bought this, and so yeah, the side cutters and the needle nose pliers is what you're gonna need for this. So, and then some scissors, if you need scissors, there you go. And so that's what you're gonna need for this project. And like I said, it's fairly inexpensive if you want it to be. You can get almost everything you need at Walmart. And it comes out really nice. So let me go ahead and zoom on in and let me show you how I put it together, and maybe I will inspire you to go out to Walmart, pause this video, and make a rosary for somebody. Maybe you have a baptism coming up, and I think it would make the perfect gift from the heart, and it's on a budget. So, okay, so these are the 2 that I made, and they came out super adorable. I really like them. These were the first ones that I had tried, and then Allie's, I think, was the 3rd one that we had done. And so trial and error, but yep, this is what I came up with. And I think it came out pretty stinking nice, and I think that it would make a really nice gift for someone.
I'm gonna put this in the
Oh, and Allie wants me to show you hers. No, it's right here, baby. And then this one is Allie's. And so as you can see, let me go in. So these are your Hail Mary beads. There should be 10 of them in each decade. And in between each Hail Mary, I do a smaller bead just to separate it as you're praying. It's easier to separate. And then Allie wanted different stones for her Our Father. And so what I do is I separate the Our Father bead by the Hail Mary beads, 3 on each side, just to give it that gap in between the decade. And then, of course, you do 5 decades. And then the 3 that are by the connector here are the Glory Be to God beads. And then this is Glory Be to God as you're going down to the end, and then Glory Be to God, these 3 beads. And so the other 3s in the chain are not. They're just to separate it. But as you can see, Allie was very creative and wanted a different stone for each Our Father. And so that is what she has. And so, yeah. And on the other ones, I'll show you here on the other one that I made, I had gotten this bag of beads as well. Let me see if I have it, actually. Oh yeah, see, I have a bag here. Okay, so this was another bag for $1. And this is the bag that I made Allie's out of. And it took 1 bag. And it had the smaller beads and it had the bigger ones. And so I used the bigger one for, wait, God, I'm all turned around right now. There we go. I used the bigger one for the Our Father and then the smaller ones. And then I did the real small purple beads that I had gotten in a bag like this for $1. And this has thousands of them. And I had done purple, which was, this was the purple bag that I had gotten that I used to separate. But yet again, Walmart's dollar bin is amazing. And so this is what I used to separate it, and it didn't even take the whole bag. I think it took like 1 strand. They come in like strands, and yeah. So today we're gonna kind of switch it up a bit, and I'm gonna do browns because browns are my favorite. And you know what? I think I'm gonna go get a plate before so they don't roll everywhere. Okay, so this is what we're gonna use. We've got our Hail Mary beads here, and we've got our Father beads, and then I think I'm gonna use these gold small ones as separators. So let me show you how I get started doing this. So I go ahead and unwind my wire, and I give myself a good amount of wire, and then I keep my plastic goodie on there so your wire just doesn't keep unraveling, because then it kind of gets to be a pain when it unravels. So just keep it connected. Don't cut your wire from it, because that way you don't have to worry about losing your other beads that you've just put on the strand. So what you're going to start off with is 3. These are not going to be, the first 3 beads are not the separator beads. These are the Glory Be to God, the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. That's what these ones are, the first 3 on your strand. So go ahead and do 3 of those. And so you've got your 3 on there. And so go ahead and now what you're going to do is you're going to do a Hail Mary, then a separator, Hail Mary, separator, and you're going to do 10 Hail Mary beads, and that equals 1 decade, and you need 5 decades because it is, I'm believing, 50 Hail Marys. It's actually like 53 Hail Marys when you count the bottom to 6 Our Fathers. Because these long ones are kind of cool. So I think I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, so this is what I have so far. And so if you don't have these long beads like I do on the end here, I did a long one here and a long one here. Just do however many you want to separate your Hail Marys from your Our Father. And so that's what I did there. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go and do another. That's 1 decade. So we're going to do another Hail Mary and another small bead. Another Hail Mary. We're going to do this again 10 times. Oh, sorry for the back noise. My son just got home from work. Okay, so I just finished my 2nd decade, and right over here. So now I'm gonna do my separator and then do the bigger stone of the Our Father. So that's where you would do your 3 stones or 2 stones, however many you choose to separate it with. And then do your bigger stone. So I think you get the idea of what to do here. So just keep beading about, and we're on this end over here. And when you get back, when you're done with your 5th decade of 10, I'll meet you back here and we'll go on with the next step. Okay, so I'm on my last decade. As you can see, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is the 5th. And so this is the last one, and this is how we're gonna finish this off. Okay, so there's the 10th one. And I am going to finish this off with 3 beads because these are glory be to the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Okay, so that's what you should have, is something that's kind of looks similar to that with the 3 here, this, the Our Father, and each of them should have 10 in each, which I do. So, okay, let's push this aside. So now what we're going to do is we are going to clasp the ends to put on, we need to put the Rosary connector on, and this is the one I have chosen. So we are going to take our beading end, and you need your clasps now. And these clasps, I think I got 50 of them for $1.97 at Walmart, and they are super small. And you just thread that clasp on before you put your connector. So let's see if you can see that little bead on there is a clasp. See that? And so what we're going to do is now we're going to take the connector and we're going to put it through, and now you're going to bend your wire over and feed it through that clasp. Have something that looks like this. And like that, with the extra wire there. And so what we're gonna do now is you're gonna pull that, not super tight, because you wanna give it some wiggle room to move around. And then you're gonna take your needle nose pliers, put it on the bead, and pinch. Pinch it real good. And so that's what you should have there. And so something else that I bought just because I like things to look pretty is I bought the Clasp Covers. Let me pull one out and I'll show you what it looks like. And this is what it looks like. It's kind of a shell, and it's got a hole in the middle, and you kind of put it over what you just clasped and pinch down. And it covers that ugly clasp and makes it look like a pretty bead. And I'm going to turn it just to give it one more pinch here. And that's what it should look like. Is that. And now you want to cut off your excess wire here. And there you go. So now what you're going to do is the same thing to the other side, but this side tends to be a little harder. So you're going to pull your beads all the way down to your connector, and you're going to cut your wire somewhere, give yourself enough room to work with. Now you're going to take and do the same thing with this side, but you need your little clasp pincher, so go ahead and put that on, and then go ahead and put your wire through, and then you kind of want to pull it down toward your beads. Okay, so now this is what you should be with, and now just go ahead and take your needle nose, push your bead where you want it, and pinch. This is what you should have right now. Pretty cool, huh? Now we are going to do the bottom part. So you're going to need your wire again. Okay, so now we need our wire and our beads again. So first we are going to do 3 beads for the Glory Be to God. So go ahead and do 3 of those. You're going to want one of your Our Father beads. Okay. So now I'm going to do 3 beads here after the Our Father. Now you're going to do a Hail Mary. Separator bead, a Hail Mary, Mary. So that's 1 Our Father, 3 Hail Marys. Now 3 separator beads. Your last Our Father bead. And your 3 Glory be to Gods. It's not 3 Glory be to Gods, it's 1 Glory be to God that you say, but we're using 3 beads to signify that. Okay, and this is what you should be left with. Very cool, huh? So now we are going to take the end you just beaded, and you have 1 last hole on your connector, and we are going to connect it. This is what it should look like. So now we are going to give us a little bit of wire to work with. Cut it. You are done with the wire. Now you need a connector. Not a connector, clasp, sorry. And now you need your crucifix. And make sure you put your crucifix on right, that it's not all twisted. Make sure your connector is face up. And then go ahead and connect your crucifix. There we go. There is your rosary. Very pretty, I say. I love it. You can do it in any color you want. I like the cream, yellow, and brown, or the gold, I guess. And this is our finished product. Alright guys, so I hope you liked this video today. I hope I inspired you to make a rosary for a loved one, for a baptism, or just a gift, you know, for maybe somebody at your church if you want. They're super easy to make, and I think that this is about as heartfelt as you can get. So go get yourself some beads, go get yourself some supplies, and make yourself a rosary. And if you're not gonna make it for anyone else, make it for yourself, because I think they're super pretty. And yeah, so if y'all liked this video, please give me a thumbs up today, and please subscribe to my channel. I could use all the subscriptions I can get, because every subscriber counts, and I greatly appreciate it. So till next time, everybody, go kiss your loved ones and have a great day, and happy crafting to you.